Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude. Stay sharp. It's been so long since I killed the Stormcloak, my sword arm's getting flabby.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Do I get to keep it? Ah, just kidding. Let's go.
Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. Good day.
Oh, hello there. How are you? You seem jubilant. I tried that once, and I think it made my stomach ill. I'd rather spend another 8 hours on the farm. In any case, is there anything I can help you with? Well, that's something that doesn't happen every day. You want to ask me questions? I'm just a farmhand. On the list of important folks in this town, I'm about as low in common as a borrowed robe. So I don't know who you think I am, stranger, but I'm not at all interesting. You, on the other hand, I bet you've gone on all sorts of adventures. So you slay dragons? If I ever did something like that, the people of Richmond wouldn't hear the end of it. I'd change my name to Paragon the Dragon Slayer or something. And I'd have Advil fetch my boots. I wouldn't be asking him questions about his life, that's for sure. So I'm not sure why you want to talk to me. Alright, then ask your questions, and I'll try my best to impart what little wisdom I have. Although I'd still rather talk about you. You sound like Valander. He never stops with the Green Pact and all this other religious nonsense. So I can't pick a cabbage from the garden, but if a Nord picks that same cabbage and sells it to me to eat, it's okay. The whole concept seems a little silly to me. If you're not going to eat vegetables, that's one thing, but don't look down on me for harvesting crops when there's plenty of green on your plate. You sound like Valander. He never stops with the... So I can't pick a cabbage from the garden. The whole concept seems a little silly to me. If you're not going to eat vegetables, that's one thing, but don't look down on me for harvesting crops when there's plenty of green on... You sound like Valander. So I... The whole If you're not going to eat vegetables, that's one thing, but don't look down on me for harvesting crops when there's plenty of green on your plate. No, but I don't mind. Helga's bunkhouse isn't too expensive, the beds are cozy enough, and Nuluva is easy on the eyes. I know Sutherland thinks all of Mundus revolves around Helga, and Svanna has her share of suitors, but I don't know. Neither of them strike my fancy. At least, not the way Nuluva does. To be honest, I love everything about the bunkhouse, except maybe Valander. Well, nobody's perfect. Well, besides Maven Blackbriar. Sure, for starters, what's your favorite thing to eat in Skyrim? You must spend a lot of time up north. Stew's good, but it's not too popular in Riften. But in a place like Dawnstar, I bet there's nothing finer. No, I got more. I think. Okay, how about this? What do you think is the most fearsome beast in Skyrim? Ooh, I wouldn't touch that subject with a pair of enchanted gloves. Riften is full of happy newlyweds, and the priests don't take kindly to negativity. Well, at least until Jade joined the temple. They say every marriage she blesses is doomed to fall apart. Nah, that's it. I guess I can't even ask interesting questions. You sound like Valander. So the whole concept... If you're not going to eat vegetables, that's one thing, but don't look down on me for harvesting crops when there's plenty of green on your plate. Now, he's not a bad person or anything. It's just the way he's always going on about Valenwood. It makes me feel like such an outsider. I may be Bosmer by blood, but I was born and raised here, and someday I'll die here too. I shouldn't have to be ashamed of that. I've told Valenwood many times that I've never been outside of Skyrim, but he'll still ask me what my favorite memories of our homeland are. Whenever I mention how beautiful the fall forest is, he'll tell me how the leaves on Sylvanar turn with twice the color. Or he and Ungrian will share stories about the way the cities rumble under your feet, or how a crop of new aromas bloom with each spring. And none of it means anything to me. When I sit at that table, I can't help but feel excluded, as if I have to apologize for who I am. I know, I don't mean to say he doesn't like me. It's much, much worse. He pities me. Good. The climate here in Riften is ideal for the crops we grow. The soil is warm, but not too warm where the tubers revert to leaves. In some places the ground is so hard you need a shovel to harvest things. Here you can pull out the leeks by the stems. The potatoes require a little bit more care, so as not to damage them. You have to sort of ease the stalk out of the ground, and then claw around the dirt. It's still pretty easy compared to the farm work up north. I've got a bad back though, and I have to spend half my earnings over at Elgrim's Elixirs. And the rest I spend on food, shelter, and maybe the occasional bottle of mead. I've got no complaints though. If I have money, I'm not sure what to spend it on. I don't know about honorable. At least I don't work the fields out of some sense of duty or for someone else's admiration. I do it so I won't go hungry. Sometimes it happens anyway. Farewell.
Good to see you again, friend.
Hold, and stand down. If you want to get into Riften, use the north gate. This one's closed. My orders are to tell the riffraff to use the north gate. That's it. No, you can use the north gate, or you can head to the next city.
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor? And such power?
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother. Why? What are you gonna do? Cry? Gods, you're boring. Ah, that's all you got. No.
mine. That's it. That's your best.
Enough!
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face Butcher is more like it from what I've heard.
So many refuse to talk to us. They call us thieves and smugglers. I am glad to see that you are not such a one. Take a look. Not long, in truth. I came to Skyrim after I found myself unwelcome in both Elsewhere and Cyrodiil. I seem to have an unfortunate talent for getting myself involved in misunderstandings with the law. Resad was able to look past that, and it was he who helped to set me up with a trade caravan. Now I work for him. Mostly, it is the Nords. They do not like outsiders in their land, and so we are forbidden to enter their cities. When they look upon us, they see only pickpockets and skooma dealers. It is most unfair, but we do our best to ignore them. May your road lead you to warm sands. A welcome to you, fellow traveler. It is a strange sight, the white flakes that sometimes fall from the sky.
Bring your coins, but do not bring trouble. Well, you've come to the right place. I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? Call it what you want. You don't pay, then you're not getting in. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Let me open the gate, and you can head into the city. The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
Fine, if you listen to me, I'll find someone who will.
I had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Very well. Just be careful.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kynesgrove this time. The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble? Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for 'em. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Only way you could have found one of those is by stealing it. Guess you'll fit in around here better than I thought. So what do you want to know? Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says. You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you. The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him. Do I look like a merchant to you? You're gonna have to take that up with Vex in the Thieves Guild. Get in good with them and you'll find her. Be seeing you around.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Huh? What do you want? Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
Go away, if you know what's good for you.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone. Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Maramo. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Maramal. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Yeah, what's your problem? I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. I don't care. A deal's a deal. I don't care. A deal's a deal. Don't know why you'd help a stranger like that, but a septum's a septum. Don't care where it comes from. You can tell Shadra his debt's been paid. I hope we bump into each other again.
Tidings, stranger.
Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
Fresh meats and produce. Get that.
Any luck with Sapphire? Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. By the 8! You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore. Until next time.